Thank you, R.C.
Another question in regard to the economy that is in the minds of many will be asked by Roger.
Mr. Hamilton, do you think the national debt should be eliminated?
Do I think the national debt should be completely eliminated? Would be nice, wouldn't it? The true definition of public debt is a property subsisting in the faith of the government. Its essence is promise. Its definite value depends upon the reliance that the promise will be definitely fulfilled. It is a well-known fact that in countries in which the national debt is properly funded and an object of established confidence, it answers most of the purposes of money. A national debt, if it is not excessive, will be to us a national blessing. It will be a powerful cement to our union. The creation of debt should always be accompanied with the means of extinguishment. Nothing can more interest the national credit and prosperity than a constant and systemic attention to husband all the means previously possessed for extinguishing the present debt and to avoid as much as possible the occurring of any new debt. We must prevent that progressive accumulation of debt which must ultimately endanger all government. To extinguish a debt which exists and to avoid contracting more are ideas almost always favored by public feeling and opinion. But to pay taxes for the one or the other purpose, which are the only means of avoiding the evil, is always much more unpopular. Q.
One of the concerns that we have in elections is the power of incumbency. And Andrew will ask a question in regard to that.
Mr. Hamilton, what do you think of proposals to institute term limits on elected officials?
Proposals to institute term limits on elected officials. The circumstance of re-election is necessary to enable the people, when they see reason to approve an elected official's conduct, to continue him in the station, in order to prolong the utility of his talents, to help his own country. One ill effect of term limits would be, though, the diminishing inducements to good behavior. Why would one want to stick in the political office if he knew he would be gone sooner than not? Another ill effect would be to deprive the community of the advantage of the experience gained while in office. If someone has great experience, Andrew, wouldn't we want to keep him in there? That experience is the patient of wisdom. It is an adage, the truth of which is recognized by the wisest as well as the simplest of mankind. Thank you.
Now we're going to delve a little bit into Alexander's personal life.
No.
Matthew has a question.
Mr. Hamilton.
Yes.
There have been rumors in the press about who your father is. Could you address this?
Rumors in the press of who my father is. Yes, rumors, gossip. Seems I can't shy away from rumors and gossip. There have been talks of me being gay. That's unproven. Of having numerous affairs. That is proven. I told many about that. Not everyone can say they were the first political sex scandal, now can they? Yes, yes. And to answer your question, there were rumors out that I was the illegitimate son of George Washington. Untrue. However, I was an illegitimate son of James Hamilton. I was the illegitimate son of James Hamilton, and John Adams called me the bastard brat of a Scotch peddler. He also called me Little Man because of my 5'7" height, What is ironic with Adams is that he was only 5'4". Thank you.
Next question will address something that's of concern but really not spoken about in this election, and that is, what about the federal judiciary? And Charlie Schlenker will be asking this question.
Mr. Hamilton, what do you think of any attempt by the executive or legislative branches to try to influence the direction of the decisions made by federal judges?
Well, the judiciary has no influence over either the sword and or the purse, nor direction either of the strength or the wealth of the society, can take no active resolution whatever. It may be truly said to have neither force nor will, but merely judgment. This simple view proves incontestably that the judiciary is beyond comparison the weakest of the three departments of power, that it can never attack with success either of the other two, and that all possible care is requisite to enable it to defend itself against the attacks. It equally proves that though individual oppression may now and then proceed from the courts of justice, the general liberty of the people can never be endangered from that quarter, as long as the judiciary remains truly distinct from both the legislative and executive. The complete independence of the courts of justice is peculiarly essential in a limited constitution. By a limited constitution, I understand one which contains certain specified exceptions to the legislative authority. Without the independence of federal judges, such exceptions designed to ensure rights or privileges would amount to nothing. Thank you.
Given the recent Washington Post article that tabbed 2008 as the year of the woman, the next question is particularly appropriate by Andrew.
Mr. Hamilton, what about women being part of our administration?
Andrew, I see no reason why a woman shouldn't be in administration. My vision of egalitarianism was one that all men, women, and children were created equal workers. I don't know too much of this moose shooter from Alaska. But if she is a hard worker and can help our country become more prosperous and get us out of our doldrums, then why not? Thank you.